Hello everybody, my name is Gabby. We are here with Rowan. We are wrapping up his second week of board and train with us here at Paw Forward Dog Training. We have Joanna working with him today, and what we are going to be doing is working a little bit on his place, specifically working on making sure he is able to come off of that place without jumping up. So when he gets in these moods where he starts to jump up, where he starts to mouth, bite at his leash, bite at his harness, we want to be able to reset him and make sure that we are not allowing him to practice those behaviors. So when he gets in these moods, he tends to, as you make movement, okay, with him on the leash, is when he tends to start up again. So we want to make sure that he is able to appropriately come off of that place, right? Not do that jumping behavior that we see right there. He's biting at that leash, and this is what we want to avoid. So when he does that, what we want to do is refocus him. Good. We want to make sure we're only rewarding him after he does something that we ask, and not necessarily after he stops the jumping or stops the mouthing, because what we don't want to accidentally do is reinforce that behavior. Very nice. So Joanna is staying calm as well. Very important when you're working on sessions like this. Okay, I know it can be frustrating when our dogs do these behaviors, the jumping, the mouthing, the leash biting, but staying calm, staying confident is going to help throughout the session, okay? Not getting frustrated. If you start to get frustrated, if you think that he is getting overly frustrated to the point where you're not able to get him back and refocus, I want you to put him away for a break, give him a little bit of that break, okay? And then you can get him back out and try again. If he does the same thing again, right, we're going to take the same steps. If he is not able to calm down, we're putting him back in that crate again, giving him a break. So staying very, very consistent with him is going to be key, okay? Making sure he is not getting away with that behavior, that he's not jumping, he's not mouthing, he's not doing any of that. Another thing, we want to make sure we're removing our hands if he is going to mouth. We're removing our attention. We're not just going to keep pushing him off of us. That's why we have the leash. We have that as a maintenance tool. We can step on that leash. If he keeps biting that leash, move him. Okay, move him, get him on place, work on basics, different behaviors to refocus his attention back onto you and snap him out of that mouthing, biting, all of that. And he's a very good dog. He's a very sweet dog, right? He's a good boy. He just does get a little overexcited. He is still young. So he's doing well with that. Now, another thing we want to make sure is that he is able to play appropriately, right? That he is not jumping up for toys, that he is not getting overly excited, okay? So we want to make sure we can play with him, but he has to do it appropriately. No jumping, no mouthing, anything like that. Would you like to do? I'm going to hand off these toys. You can see he's getting excited. Good. And we can use those toys as motivation, but we can only do that if he is able to remain calm. Do you want me to take those poop bags off of there so you can? So we want to make sure that he's listening to us. We're telling him to wait. He needs to wait. And he can go and get it when we tell him and when he's calm. Now he can play. Good. So he's learning that he needs to listen. He needs to listen to what we're saying. He needs to be calm. Okay. And then he only gets to play and have fun. Good. And we can do a little bit of drop it off of that. Good. We're just going to leave it, and now we'll toss that toy as reinforcement. So this time we're going to let him get it. We're going to toss that toy as that reinforcement. Excellent. And this is how we want you to play with him, okay? We want you to have two toys that are very similar, like these two, okay? You can toss one of the toys, tell him he can go get it. So right there, she told him to wait. Now, she did have another toy there, so what we're going to do is we're going to get him to drop that one. So we're waiting for that sit. Since she asked him for that sit, we're not going to let him go over until he goes into that sit. So there, he's a little frustrated. He's jumping up. And we're going to wait it out. And sometimes it will take some time, but he's not going to get that toy until we ask it, or until he goes into that sit, because we already asked him for it, right? So if we have to reset him, we have to walk him around, then we have to walk him around. But let's use some of that body movement towards him to get him into that sit. There, perfect, good. And then that reward is freeing him, letting him go get that toy. Excellent. That is exactly what we want to see. So if you guys have any questions on this at all, let us know in the comments below. Reach out to us via email. Rowan's doing a great job here at Best Paw Forward, and we will see you for his video next week.